Conservation. A herd of elephants roams the savanna in search of a waterhole. They play with their young and eat different grasses and herbs along the way. They see it shimmering in the distance, a welcome sight. They walk many miles to get to the waterhole so the elephants pick up their pace to get to the liquid's nourishment. They dip their trunks into the water, suck it up, and bring it into their mouth. Within a few minutes, the elephants start to feel weak, their movement sluggish. Their bodies start shutting down and they can't breathe. They finally collapse and die. The poachers watching from afar move in and begin to cut the elephant's tusks off for this ivory trade. This is a recent example of poaching. Poachers have poisoned water holes and placed poison salt licks nearby, killing more than 300 elephants. Poaching is an example of overexploitation, the overuse of wildlife and plants for human consumption. Animals live in tough times these days due to global warming and human interference. Several species are in danger, including the giant peanut polar bear. So what exactly is happening in the wild and what can we do to save it? First, we have global warming. Over the past decade, we have been burning more fossil fuels and gases than ever before. We have also been using up our forests, the silent guardians of Earth. So temperatures around the globe have been increasing steadily every year. This is bad news for animals in the Arctic, as the rising temperatures have been melting the polar ice, leaving animals with nowhere to go. Warming also affects the forest, making them die and making them more susceptible to wildfire and beetle infestation. According to the National Wildlife Federation website, the higher temperatures will begin to dry up wetland, causing endangerment to waterfowl. Global warming is a kind of pollution. There are other kinds of pollutions that threaten wildlife. One kind of pollution is caused by excess nutrients. Farmers use fertilizers rich in nitrogen in order to enrich their crops, but heavy rain can cause the unabsorbed nitrogen to run off into nearby streams. Algae are normally nothing dangerous, but with the nutrients from nitrogen can cause them to grow into large flames, blocking the sunlight and oxygen needed by underwater life. This is most common down by the Gulf of Mexico. Persistent organic pollution are another type. They're found in insect pesticides and from industrial processes. These pollutants can be carried in both the air and water for extended periods of time. They stick to organisms, and as they get passed down along the food chain, they get more concentrated. Bald eagles were unable to have young as pollutant thins the shells of their eggs. While global warming and pollution were indirect, humans have a very direct impact on wildlife when they hunt them for their bodies. Many species are hunted for their skin and bones, overexploiting them. Reptiles such as crocodiles and pythons are highly prized exotic leathers. Large mammals such as bears, rhinos, and tigers have been hunted relentlessly for their hides and medicinal properties. The worldwide demand for fish and the industrialization of the fishing industry allows humans to take more fish than what is sustainable. Monkeys and rats they use for medical experiments, torturing and killing them. In the LA Times, the author of the article Animal Testing states, "We have come to a point where non-human life has no value beyond the funding that scientists are greedily accepting in return for the premeditated torture and murder of these helpless beings. So how can we save these animal species from being killed to near extinction? The main threat to the animal species is the destruction of their habitat. On the website brightstorm.com, there's a video that describes all about what habitat destruction is. The destruction of their homes forces them to move into more vulnerable areas, resulting in increased deaths and reduced numbers. So what people have done is to open reserves and parks places where poachers and other harmful entities can't reach the animal, allowing them time to recuperate, raise their numbers back up. Every day some form of animal life gets injured by litter. The fish gets stuck in plastic cans, a dog gets tongue cut in a can, the cat gets its paw sliced by broken glass, and so on. On fox2now.com, they talk about how Peanut the turtle has become an icon of anti-litter due to her deformed shape being caused by plastic grain. What we can do is cut up all plastics in cans before we recycle them. Recycling improves the quality and appearance of animal habitat as well as the quality of its native lives. Invasive species are also a threat to wildlife. They spread due to human carelessness. Oh. Aquatic organisms hitchhiking on the sides of boats and spread into the next body of water they're in. Insects get boxed up and released into a foreign ecosystem. Foreign pests are released both intentionally and unintentionally. They represent such a threat since they are in an ecosystem unprepared for them. So they can aggressively spread and severely shorten biodiversity, changing food webs. West Nile virus is the most famous example of invasive species. Mosquitoes brought it over from Africa, killed hundreds of people. The most recent case was in 2012, affecting 1,590 people, killing 66 people, according to ABC News. What can we do? We can wipe down our boats with chemicals, killing any foreign bodies. We can check our clothes for any plant seeds or parts before coming back home from a vacation. We can say no to buying foreign pets. Conserving animals and their quality of life is becoming more and more urgent due to our using more resources and trying to be in control. We need to leave them be in their environmental mode if at all possible. We are at fault for the vast majority of the problems wildlife go through. If you watch your consumption of resources, respect the environment, and simply stay out of nature's way, animals flourish for many years to come.